that's what I should do. But I also have to thank my teachers. Not a single one of my teachers ever made me feel that I couldn't do whatever I set my mind to. I stand here before you because those folks pushed me every day and always let me believe that I could. I hope you run across at least one of those folks, if not more than one, because that's all we need. And so if you haven't, maybe you'll hear it from me. You can do anything you want to do. Now, I know some of you may have other kinds of issues, maybe not the same ones I did. My guess is that you'd be surprised to learn how much we have in common. I will tell you this, though. To reach your dreams, you have to dream them, you have to want them, and you have to be willing to work for them. Vince Lombardi once said that the dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Right? S before W? Place? Right. We've got to work. So I'm not going to lie to you. You have to put in the work, you have to make the sacrifices, and you have to do things you may not want to do all the time to achieve your goals, but all things are possible. That it that I'm talking about is anything you let yourself dream about. And I promise you, we didn't coordinate our comments today. We talk about how much time you spend dreaming. Let's not spend all day dreaming. We have to think about it, but we have to plan and we have to work. Whatever that job, whatever that profession, whatever life you want to have to see it first before you can have it. And I have to tell you that aside from a ceremony for new citizens, I usually talk to about 5th graders, 1st to 5th grade. There's some research that says that if we get kids before about 5th grade, they're more likely to listen and to be inspired. But I have to disagree that it's not too late after 5th grade. It is never too late. You can always write your path. You can always make better decisions. And as I've already told you, well, I didn't tell you here, I skipped it. I think we also have a responsibility, and that's part of why I think I'm here, because I have a responsibility to make sure that I do what I can to help anyone else who doesn't think they can. Now you have it too. I'm passing it on. It is yours. You have a responsibility to be a model. And as I've already said, that path will not be easy. Our paths may not be straight because real life sometimes throws us curves. I've already seen some of those curves that y'all have had. I want you to know a couple things. I spent the summer after my sophomore year of college in Austin, Texas. The reason I did that is because I had a very close relative in prison. And I spent that summer making a drive an hour and a half each way to go visit and spend some time with my family member. It was a hard thing to do, but it was an important thing for me to do. I also have to tell you that my father died the year before I graduated from law school. And even though I always felt that we weren't that close, for many years I divided my life as life before Dad died and life after Dad died. But perhaps the biggest curveball was an unplanned pregnancy. When I came home after college, I had a grant to work for the juvenile probation department. It was my plan to go to law school after that year, but 3 months after coming home, I was pregnant. Not planned, and I was in a relationship that was not going well, and through my tears, I just kept saying, I just want to go to law school. I thought that dream was over, but I decided to go anyway. I applied, and when I was still in the hospital having just given birth to my son, I got a call from UCLA that I was in, and they were offering me a scholarship. That was nice. And it was not easy having a 4-month-old when I started law school, and it was not easy being a non-traditional student, as some of you are and may be. And it was not easy that I didn't have family, that I couldn't live near the campus because I couldn't afford it. But the experience had its own value. That baby was also the best reminder of what we all want, to live better lives than our parents did, and to give our children a better life than what we had. I'll say it again, if I could do it, so can you. You have to dream it, you have to want it, and you have to work for it. I do have some advice. The first piece I already gave you. You have a responsibility to your younger brothers and sisters, to your children, to the little ones that look up to you. You have to be the model. You will set the example that they will follow. It It can be a bad example or it can be a good one. It's your choice. But whatever you decide, if you haven't already started, start today. The second thing is that you have to give back. Wherever life takes you and whatever dream you have, always find a way to help someone else. Whether it's helping someone with their door, with their groceries, on their yard, working at an old folks' home, volunteering at your kids' school, find a way to help the people around you. If you haven't already done it, start today. Finally, I have to tell you, you have to believe in yourself. In this life, you will always find people who don't think you're smart enough, capable enough, confident enough, good-looking enough. There's always something, right? I want to share with you the following quote. The question for you is not what you would do if you had the means, the time, the influence, and educational advantages. The question is, what will you do with the things you have? And so we are where we are. We can't change our experiences, our circumstances, but you can change what you do from this day forward. Today you have shown that you are capable of success, that you can accomplish a goal when you decide it's important to you. You did it. And so this is my final message. You can and you must continue on this successful path. No excuses for not always doing your best, and I promise you we didn't talk, right? We didn't share our notes. The world is yours. Go out and get it. The last quote, also Vince Lombardi, I don't know why these sports quotes are the best. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. So you must want it, dream it, work for it, and it shall be yours. Congratulations again to all of you and for all those people who supported you and maybe sometimes wondered you'd get here. Congratulations to all of you today.